Oye, te hablo desde la prisión. Wilson Manyoma. Borbona.
Hey.
There we go.
Oh, man. Masters and None, episode 86.
86.
86.
Yo, Twiz, what up, man?
Yo, what's good, baby?
Twizzy's back in the house.
Twiz
It's
back in
Monday.
the-
So we got our executive producer, Twizzington, in the house.
Twizzy.
Mondays with Twiz, you heard?
You know?
That's right, Mondays with Twiz. That's about to be the new podcast name, Mondays with Twiz.
If you guys share us and we pop, maybe we could pay Twiz and he could come Monday and Thursday.
Yeah. I'm just saying, money is a good incentivizer.
Right?
For
Money
anybody.
talks.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anybody.
Money talks and bullshit walks, you dig?
Yeah, I'm not saying he's intern Twiz, but I guess you guys kind of just said that, right? I didn't say it. What the fuck is my phone? I got to be able to look at the chat. No, but happy Monday, guys.
Yeah, happy Monday, and we're back, man. And I just got back into town. I actually just drove back in from Massachusetts.
Where'd you go? What part of Mass?
I went to Cape Cod, man.
Nice. Cape Cod's cool, right?
Cape Cod is fire, man.
Did Cape Cod clean up? Was it like once like a heroin den at one point?
I wouldn't say a heroin den, but it was similar to Long Island. It was just a problem.
Oh, okay.
You know, with opioids and stuff like that.
Okay. But it's cleaned up since then?
I mean, I've never really witnessed it myself. I mean, I go there every year, but I'm sure it's just like, you know, like in the schools and at a certain age group, I'm sure it's a problem.
Okay. Because I've been there once and I thought the complete opposite of it. I thought it was a great place. It looked really cool, like very family friendly.
Yeah, it's like a really nice, clean, well-maintained version of Long Island.
Yeah. I thought it was cool.
That's like what it seems like.
I thought it was like same thing with like Providence.
Like P-Town?
Yeah. No, Providence, Rhode Island. Is that P-Town?
Oh, no. P-Town is Providence in Massachusetts at the top of the, you know, like Cape Cod people, they always explain.
I don't know about this. Talk to me about this.
Yeah, it's like, because you know the way that, you know how the Cape is? You know, the Cape is like an arm like this. So every person from Massachusetts explains to you where you are in Cape Cod, like based on this.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, it's like a thing. So like P-Town is like right up here, like you're right around here, you know, at this town, and then you're going to go up and, you know, like there's a nice little spot, a restaurant over here. This
if you pass the bicep, you've gone too far.
Yeah, pretty much.
Stuff like that. Yo, what up, Seeker? Seeker does it in the chat. What's up, bro?
Yeah, but it's a cool place, man. I really enjoy it every time I go. It's peaceful, it's chill, it's good, man. Especially when you go in the off season, because it's like a big vacation spot in the summer. So it gets super crowded and stuff like that. It's like how Montauk is now. Montauk used to be super chill and peaceful, and now Montauk is just crowded, psycho place in the summertime.
I've never been to Montauk.
Bro, Montauk is beautiful, man. You should go.
Wait. You've hung out in Montauk? Like,
yeah.
and did what?
In the summertime, bro, you go out there, man. They got good spots to chill. Like you got, you know, the beaches are cool. There's like real good surfing. Not that I surf, but you know, it's good. I like to watch surfing.
No, you be out there surfing, don't lie.
I wish I could
suit and all
surf.
that.
I wish I could surf, bro. I wish, man.
Justin definitely owns a wetsuit.
I've gone. You know, bath time gets wild. But I have been surfing in California. I got surf lessons, and it was pretty fun, man. I did all right.
Did you ride a wave?
Yeah, a few. My girl, of course, stood up before me.
Yeah.
Yeah, stood up before me, and then the dude that was like handsome guy with these long blonde curls that's like teaching us. Yo, I'm like over here falling off my board, excuse me. And he's just like over there, just like teaching my girl the whole time. So I'm just over there like, yeah, I like this wave too. Fuck out
What
here.
movie was that when the dudes are taking surf lessons and they're like, no, a little bit more. No, you're doing too much. You gotta do much less.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall. He's like,
Yeah.
pop. No, pop down.
If anybody wants to watch something funny, go watch the Steve Carell scene from
It's definitely not Steve Carell.
that's not his name. What's his name? Pete.
No, it's
the surf instructor I'm talking about.
No, that surf instructor is the guy from Clueless, the brother from Clueless, and he's also an Ant.
Yeah.
And Ant-Man.
Mm-hmm.
That guy.
Which Ant-Man?
Ant-Man. Oh.
You know who it is? He's also from 40-Year-Old Virgin. He's
You're talking about Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd.
Come on.
What did I say?
First off, that's blasphemy.
Did I say a name that doesn't even exist?
No,
Time
you
out.
said actors, but they're nowhere near that movie.
Time out. Paul
Did I
Rudd.
not say Paul Rudd?
No, you
Definitely
said
didn't say
Steve
Paul.
Carell,
He was also in 40-Year-Old Version.
but not in Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
So there's a scene in Forgetting Sarah Marshall where Paul Rudd is a surf instructor. It's super fucking funny. You can look it up after you listen to the podcast.
Yeah, he's like a stoner shit. He's like, yeah, I don't even wear a watch anymore. And he's like, oh my God, like you don't care what time it is? And he's like, nah, I got a clock on my phone. He's like, ever since I moved here, I don't wear a watch. This shit is funny. But yeah, Cape Cod was cool, man.
Any
cool.
Any highlights? Anything noteworthy?
From Cape Cod?
Yeah, any good stories?
I did go up to P-Town.
Okay.
And it's the off season for P-Town. P-Town is crazy in the summertime. It's super crowded.
Okay. What happens during the off season?
Not much. It's pretty chill. It's like lax. You have like the year round people that live there because it's like Fire Island in the fact that a lot of people vacation there, but at the same time there's also locals that live there year round.
Okay.
And so that's really who you end up seeing and running into is just like the locals. Same thing with like Montauk, a similar vibe, but but it's really nice up there, man.
That's super funny about like the east end of the island. Like 66% of the people in this room like never have really hung out in Montauk. And I feel like that's like a large percentage of the island, right? Like the further west you go into Long Island, the less likely that somebody's been to like Montauk or the Hamptons or like those
Fire Island. I've never been to Fire Island.
I've never been to Fire Island either.
Neither one of you have ever been. All right, you're both coming this summer. We're going live. Masters and None live on Fire Island this summer.
Yo, listen. Here's the only thing I know about Fire Island. They say that there's certain places you should be, and there's certain places you shouldn't be.
And I will tell you right now that more than likely the places they tell you you should tread lightly is the funnest time you probably gonna
Those
have.
are probably the best times.
I agree.
It's the greatest time. Like it's just so much fun. There's so many different things to do in Fire Island. So many different parts. There's parts where it's like really boat focused, parts where it's really beach focused, and then there's good places to, of course, there's like bars and stuff like that. And I like that there's no cars allowed on the island.
Wait, there's no cars on fire. Well,
Nah.
There has to be like emergency responders.
That's
and stuff
it.
They
like
got
that.
quads and shit probably.
Yeah, they got quads, and they do have like a couple of cop cars and like ambulance, but but you can't just be driving. There's very few cars. I think there's like maybe 2 or 3 cars I've seen there that are like parked in homes. But
Could I like could I bring like a little brap dirt bike over there or something like that, or it's like
It's a small place. You're not.
Oh well, I mean, listen, I've never been, so I'm assuming it's, you know what I mean.
No,
It's
I've
not
never
that
been
small.
either.
It's
I'm
not
not
that
trying
small.
to.
It's pretty
like,
big.
Pardon my ignorance, but for me, like case in point, same thing with Montauk. Like I've been to Montauk. I rode on motorcycle. Just for anybody who's even thinking about riding a Montauk on motorcycle, bro, take a break
That's a far ride.
because bro, your thighs. Pause. Hold it.
I don't think it's the fuck was I gonna say? You just said something and then Twiz followed you up and then I was gonna respond to that.
We were talking about Fire Island and Montauk.
No, I don't think it is a small place, but I'm saying is like it's not like there's a bunch of roads over there like that you're gonna be driving down.
There's no roads because there's no cars.
From looking at it on a map, I just recently looked at it on a map. It looks like it's just like one strip, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of different turns and little side, but it's all walking distance.
Yeah, but there's not like blocks from like in either direction. There's not like multiple blocks in either direction, right? In like I guess north to south.
It's like sidewalks,
Yeah.
essentially, like sidewalks and boardwalks.
So you're hoofing it.
Yeah, pretty much. You're hoofing it, or you can rent a bike or bring a bike. You can like bring a bike onto the ferry with you.
Ferry, that's another thing I haven't really. I'm not too well versed in either.
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of stuff that me and Twiz never done. I've been on a ferry.
I've been on a ferry before, but like for leisure, like to go to leisure, you know what I mean?
to
Like
hit the party, yeah. It's
I think
it's
I
like
think
a
I
plane.
was on a ferry from Brooklyn to somewhere. I was hanging
Rikers?
out. I was not. Nah, not at all. Not at all.
I was gonna
hanging
say
out-
I don't think that's Brooklyn, but I know there's definitely a boat that takes you to Rikers.
Yeah, I was hanging out one time, and we took the ferry from Brooklyn to somewhere. I forgot where, but I know it was a ferry, and I know it was like 15 minutes, and I know it was like $3 or something. It was super cheap. It wasn't even, it wasn't crazy, nothing like that. But
Definitely not 15. Definitely not 15 minutes, and it's definitely not $3. Fire Island is like the ferry's probably like $25 or something like that.
per person,
Yeah.
That's not that crazy.
and you're hoofing it.
No,
You
you're on the
take-
fucking boat.
That's just the boat to
I'm
take you
talking
there.
about when you get to the island, you're hoofing it though.
Yeah,
Like listen, you're
You
talking
can't
to
take
the
a
guy.
car with you.
Listen, I didn't go to the Puerto Rican Day Parade in the city because I was like, yo, bro, I'm not paying $30 round trip. I'd rather drive. You know what I'm saying? So $25 on a ferry to go to a place I've never been before is kind of foreign to me.
That's
But
why.
just me.
That's why I said it wasn't that crazy because the LIRR is like $20. So I was like, oh, it's not that bad.
Yeah, it's just another form of like public transit pretty much to just
the
get
price-
you. And it's that price because it's a fairly, like, that ferry ride's like 30 minutes.
Okay, well,
You know, it's like
well,
30,
yeah,
40
see?
minutes, like you're using more gas.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, and the price of gas these days, you know, they're definitely taking a loss now
Who?
with the price of gas coming up.
Who's taking a loss?
The ferry will be taking a loss coming up with the price of gas, or the price is gonna
They'll
go
just
up.
increase the price because people are going to go to Fire Island. Like, come summertime, people aren't going to skip Fire Island.
Yeah, I don't think so.
People are not going to skip that shit. They're going to Fire Island.
I want to get into today's meat and potatoes.
All right.
I want to really get the night fired up. All right. I want to talk about what happened last night at the Oscars. This weekend is WrestleMania, but yesterday the SmackDown was SmackDown
The
happened.
transition.
All right.
The transition.
For anybody who missed it, last night was the Oscars. I didn't watch it live. Justin was watching it live.
Oh, that was live? That's a live event? They still have live events? No, it's
yeah.
offset. Isn't it offset by like a couple?
Yeah, but they, trust me, they were sitting in the truck.
Yeah.
And they were like, and then somebody finally, like, then they just started muting everything.
Yeah, because so Chris Rock was hosting and he was doing his, like, you know, spiel, kind of going through the crowd, making fun of people. And one of the people he stopped at was Jada Pinkett Smith, and he said something that I guess, well, not that I guess, she definitely didn't like it. You could see the look in her eyes that she did not enjoy
agree.
that joke. And then Will Smith proceeds to stand up, get on stage, and smack fire out of Chris Rock. Will Smith smacks Chris Rock. That's it. TLDL or TRDL, whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Something like that. Huh?
TRDL. Will Smith smacks Chris Rock,
Yo.
which is live, like a whole. And you heard the smack. It was like watching, like, if you ever watched mixed martial arts in Japan, where like everybody's super quiet and someone gets cracked. That's what it sounded like.
That's funny because you're 100% right.
Yeah, he came off the hip. He didn't like. It didn't come off. It didn't like.
Yeah,
came
he
off the hip
smiled
and
the whole
smacked him.
time, even to the point of contact. He was smiling, keeping character. That he was just ha 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 ha.
Smacked him.
Yeah, until he
Yeah.
sat down and then started to, yell at the stage.
That's when it occurred to me that it was real.
When he was, so
I'm telling you
they're
right
talking
now.
about the point where Will Smith is yelling from his seat after he smacked Chris Rock, and he's yelling, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth."
And he yelled that twice.
You know what's funny is if you watch it, he laughs, looks at his wife, she's not laughing, and then he gets up and smacks him.
Well, if I may, I think if you look, like, there's a little bit of off-camera time where in between where he's Chris Rock is delivering like his what is that, monologue, I guess, and I think within that point, because if you there's people who have literally broke this down. That's all I've seen all day on the timeline, and they kind of said it was like an inceptionist joke. Is that a word? Like kind of like Inception levels to this joke, because they're saying G.I. Jane was played by Demi Moore or something like that, and Demi Moore cheated on her older husband with Ashton Kutcher, who was younger. Technically trying to say like August Alsina, Jada Pinkett cheated on Will Smith, the older husband who's an actor, with August Alsina or something.
Oh,
like
those guys are
they dug
reaching.
deep. Yeah, listen, they dug deep. I don't know if this is. I didn't fact check any of this. I'm just saying they tried to say that like. I'm thinking that there was a communication, like, you know what, I want to go. Maybe Jada looked over like, I'm not even for this, I want to go. And Will Smith was like, nah, what's going on? She's like, nah, I don't like that joke. And that's when he was like, you know what, I've had enough. But I will tell you this, my quick opinion, Will was off that Henny.
Yo, I think he was drinking too. And I had this conversation with my cousin. I said, first of all, I feel for Will Smith in this situation because people talk crazy about Will Smith and Jada. Mm-hmm. People talk crazy about Will Smith and Jada. And to me, how much do you think a man is going to take before he starts standing up for himself? He's been emasculated multiple times in the media by people with the whole August thing, with all this. And I also think we don't know what led up to that. Like you said, they might have had a disagreement or argument. Who knows if Jada was like, here you go again. You're not going to stick up for me when people talk crazy about me. Mm-hmm. You know? And he was like, you're right. Or fuck. Or maybe he was off that Henny. Or maybe just the South Philly came out and he was like, listen, you guys can't be out here. That's another thing, is I think people are just too confused and they think that they could just say whatever they want to people. Every now and then, if you're going to say something, you can say it. And not saying that Will Smith had the right to put his hands on that man, but when you're talking like that, there's somebody that's going to slap you. And sometimes you might have to get ready. You might have to be ready to get slapped when you're talking this way.
No,
Not that it's right.
You're right. Real quick, I want to correct myself. I misspoke and said he was hosting. He was just presenting an award.
Yes,
I definitely think
Yeah,
you're
shout
right
out to
about
Lana in
that,
the
right? And I think you hit it right on the head. That he's been getting beat up a lot, right? And I think, shout out to Chris Rock because he really kept it as professional as you could be after getting smacked.
That was
kinda
amazing.
He really did. I was impressed.
You notice he didn't even rub his face?
Nah. Listen,
He didn't even rub his face. He didn't even touch his face. So that was some pretty gangster shit. Kept his hands behind his back. Yeah, he did get smacked in the mouth. I don't necessarily believe that. I don't believe he should have been smacked, right?
Yeah,
Because
I agree.
I think he could have, and I think that he kind of knows that too. That's why he didn't turn around and say, I bet you didn't smack August like you just smacked me. He could have went on. He's a comedian. He's much quicker than I am. I'm sure he could have thought of 35 jokes before Will got back to his seat of ways to emasculate Will Smith, and win the battle of within the moment.
That pissing contest.
Yeah, that pissing contest. But what I took away from the whole thing is it's kind of crazy how certain people could do certain things, right? Like Will Smith got this pass that he could get up and smack Chris Rock in the face. Kanye West couldn't get up there and smack anybody.
Kanye West got shit for going up there and saying somebody else deserved the award.
That's what I'm saying.
That's true.
We're so picky on who could do this and who could do that. It's this is the most unfair fucking playing grounds. Society is just this unfair thing of
I agree.
oh, if you're popular and you're usually really nice, or you're nice within the public eye, you're a nice guy, you could get away with. And if you recently been getting beat up a lot in the media, you can go up there and essentially assault somebody on stage and live TV, and nothing will happen. You could still stay there and you still get an award.
Yeah.
So it's I don't want to sound like I'm hating on Will Smith. I love Will Smith. I don't think he should have smacked Chris Rock, but I get it, right? Dude says something about your chick. I think that he's a comedian. They're both comedians. They're not the same kind of comedian, but it's not like he singled her out, right? There was three other people before her that he made a joke about. It's not like he compared her to to something that was disrespectful, right? This person that he compared her to was a war hero in a movie. So you could look at this from so many different perspectives. But I think the one thing that kind of keeps me away from saying fuck Will Smith is the people who are saying you don't make fun of somebody's disease. Most certainly not a disease like alopecia on a woman,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this. I see where they were kind of going with that, and this is where I said in my opinion, the issue is much bigger than just. So I looked at it from this way because I'm very much a glass half full kind of guy, and I think alopecia is common in a lot of people. It affects everybody differently. Believe me, I get that, but it's different for everybody. Everybody suffers through it. I mean, but when you're surrounded by millions of dollars and you have all this success, it's not the end all to be all. In my opinion, again, that's my opinion. But I will say this: the reason why I cut Will Smith slack was for two reasons. One, Chris Rock's from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? You can smack him in the face. You know what I'm saying? He good. He good. So I know he's not really.
Y'all can still be friends after that.
Yeah, exactly. You can smack me, but just know when I see you outside, it's either gonna be love or it's gonna be war. So I know they handled it, and from what I've seen, they handled it. I know Diddy had posted something I think on social media stating that it's love. They're still brothers and everything is cool. But what I'm thinking is it's more of a Method Man situation. For me, one, I think he was off the hen for a fact. He's off the hen dog, off the miles of hen dog. And also I think there's something bigger to it. Maybe she had a form of cancer, maybe something, and God forbid, I don't wish that on anybody because I've seen it firsthand. But I'm thinking there's something much bigger to it. For all the things that have been said, when you're in the business, the entertainment business, people talk all day. It don't really affect you like that. You know what I'm saying? But for him to be struck at that moment with that kind of emotional vigor, there must be something underlying, or literally the hen got the best of him. I'm not saying what he did was right. You know what I'm saying? I don't think any man, I think personally as a man, we can communicate as men, or we could take it outside and we can handle it outside of whatever the case may be. But I think I don't think he's wrong, because sometimes when you're so overcome with emotion, you can't, you don't think about it. That's the difference between, meditated and premeditated. You don't think about it in a moment. It's off. You act off impulse. You go, or you off that Henny.
Yeah, well, that's why these moments like this, we were talking about with somebody else earlier, how it taints his first Oscar, right? And the nerves of possibly winning an Oscar could have been something that was into play of this. I want to address the chat real quick. Juan was saying nobody spoke about Kanye's wife. Kanye's a different situation. Well, Ray J put out "I Hit It First" when Kim and Kanye started dating, right?
Facts.
Which is a song all about how he fucked her before Kanye did.
Facts.
But we're talking about live in person, right? When you're right there in front of the person, when they say that thing that lights your ass on fire.
At the awards. But I'm just saying that nobody gets more scrutiny than these guys.
Yeah, that's true. Devil's
They get
advocate.
way more scrutiny.
Then which guys?
Than Kanye West specifically, but Kanye West and Kim combined.
Yeah.
Kim is still in the news. People talking about something that we spoke about like 4 weeks ago about how Kim said that nobody wants to work anymore, which is the fucking truth.
It's
right?
the truth. There's a lot of lazy fucking bums out there, and we skate around it. There's a lot of lazy bums out there.
There are.
And it's like, and Kim
Don't
says
be
it.
a fucking bum.
Yeah, and people are like, how could you say that? You're rich. You can't say the truth. You can't say that people don't want to work. How would you know? Because she probably employs a lot of people.
I literally know them.
I got a quick question.
I know a lot of these.
I know
people.
a gang of people. How many people you know making more money out than in, and they just choose to be on like disability or something like that?
And they rather just like chill, and that's okay. If you want to chill, go chill. But just if somebody says you're choosing to sit home rather than go work and achieve your goals, sorry if that offends you, but that's the truth.
Yeah,
I got a hot take.
I feel the same way. I don't care.
You got a hot take?
I got a hot take. So how about this? Two different sides to the coin. So the first side is this: Kim is talking. Do we respect Kim as someone talking about people that don't want to work when she was born into a lifestyle and a certain amount of money? Do we respect it? Wait, and then let me give you the other side of the coin. And the other side of the coin is I agree with you guys because we all, proportionally know people that are lazy and don't want to do iggish. But I think those people know already. I think the people that are complaining about what she said are the people that are actually trying to get ahead actively and just don't have the help that they need or the assistance they need or maybe even the opportunity. And I know opportunity is like, how do you measure opportunity? But I think that's more of what it is. But do you think people should respect her handle because she was born into this kind of lifestyle?
It's not about respecting her opinion on it. What she's saying is a matter of fact, right? It's like, well, I guess it's somewhat opinion, but
no, it's a fact. There are some people that don't want to work.
So it would be like if she said, most people that commit these kind of crimes are from this particular area, and it was like a statistical fact, right? Well, can she not say it because she's not from those areas or she's not affiliated with these people? Can she not say that most school shooters in America are from this place or most this? It's like she can't list facts. She can't say anything because it's like the two things don't have to do anything with each other. I think that people just don't like her, and they just any opportunity that she has. And I'm not saying that she's like the bee's knees, but any opportunity the media gets to fucking shit on her, like they try.
And she works her ass off. Like, given she was born into some money because her father was an attorney and stuff like that. But that empire was built by her and her mom. Like, her and her mom built that empire. The Kardashians were not a thing until Kim came along.
They went from living in Brentwood to living in
Brentwood, California.
They went from living in Brentwood, California, which is a nice neighborhood. But now they live in fucking Calabasas.
But if you look like, her stardom is enormous, and she has so much money she could stop working if she wants. She didn't have to do this whole law school thing if she didn't want to. She doesn't have to do a lot of these things that she continues to do. She works her ass off just like her family works their ass off, like Kylie works her ass off. Just because Kylie was part of the family and Kim Kardashian made all this money and the family made this money and therefore Kylie had opportunity that maybe other people didn't have, that didn't make Kylie a billionaire. Kylie went and took that opportunity and exposed it exponentially, grew it, and blew it up into $1 billion company. And Kim, same thing. Kim, blew up her name and used her name, and it's work to have people in your goddamn house all the time filming you, and you got to get done up at 6 a.m. You're waking up for 3 hours of hair and makeup and shit. That shit's not easy, man. That shit is work.
Yeah, I definitely and. One of the things that having money allow you, which I will give like credit to like what other people say, is like being able to keep intelligent people around you, right? They could afford to, like Kylie, for example, when she started a makeup line. I don't know if this is what happened, but she has so much money like coming in that she can afford to hire the best people in these industries to help her company succeed. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people have that opportunity, and instead they just start railing Roxy's instead. A lot of and then they get found in their daddy's penthouse face down in the kitchen. Like that's, a lot of them do that too.
Yeah, no, you're right. I don't want to get too deep into the Kardashians because the truth is that we were talking about fucking Will Smith and him smacking fire out of Chris Rock last night.
Do you see how the Kardashians have a chokehold on the world? No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Nah. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that was my only opinion of it on it.
I think he just lost it. I think it's just I think people talk slick so much, and a man can only take but so much, and he just had it, and it happened to be Chris Rock. And that's who got it. And plus, Chris Rock is a pretty safe person to slap.
If you got to smack anybody.
If you're going to slap somebody, you're going to,
I seen a real cool, interesting post. It was like on Instagram. Ben Baller reposted it. Mm-hmm. And I got the text. I wanted to like read some of it. And it was like unpopular opinion. Will Smith smacking Chris Rock is a misdirection of anger and frustration behind becoming a joke. Frustration behind becoming a joke, a meme, and the poster boy of emasculation by no fault of his own. Chris took that slap for everyone on social media who Will couldn't hit. Chris also took the slap because Will hasn't properly and effectively dealt with his anger and frustrations with Jada. The slap wasn't about a lighthearted and capital funny joke. They knew where they were. They knew that the night was what the night was about. They knew that Chris was hired, and G.I. Jane comparisons at the Oscars is a compliment. I believe that Will's reaction to him subconsciously misdirecting frustrations and trying to reestablish his masculinity through violence. He's struggling internally as a result of the public humiliation he has been caused by the airing of Jada's dirty laundry. I feel like that was really well put.
Yeah, that was well put.
Yeah, I can't disagree, and men are imperfect. People are imperfect. I mean, and every now and then people succumb to these impulses, and it's like, you don't, just because you're in the public eye and you're in the public eye for this many years doesn't give you, a superhero level of self-control in situations like this. I mean, it happens. Like when that paparazzi caught Kanye that day and he just smashed his camera on the ground, and that was a bad day. Sometimes people have a bad day, and when you're a person in public and you have a bad day, like going to work for you is going to work and pretending you're not having a bad day.
Yeah.
And you got to just keep your shit together. And sometimes you can't do that. And especially a man, in a situation like him where he does feel, a little emasculated, a little stupid, and that was just bad timing.
Spaz says in the chat, he got in one little fight. No, you're absolutely correct. He got in one little fight, but it wasn't even. He smacked a man who wasn't. Who some people say doesn't necessarily deserve to be smacked, right? And this is not the first person to say something bad about Jada,
and that's the point.
It's been happening,
and that's the point.
And I get that that's the point, but like the quote that I just read said, I think that Chris was like the straw that broke the camel's back. Like, he was the one that got smacked, the build up. So, and it's live on television. You and your friend scrapping in the backyard, not a big deal.
Wait.
You and your friend scrapping in the backyard, and then, you get the best of one of your friends, and then another one of your friends posted online. Now you want to fight that guy again to fucking prove like it wasn't a big deal until everybody's seen it, Mm-hmm. It's private. If they would have scrapped backstage, wouldn't have much to say. I would be like, damn, that's crazy. But like, come up there and pimp smack him like that.
I think the point might have been to have it on TV and be like, yo, this is for the rest of y'all. It's a lesson for all of you guys.
Yeah, I get
like, I'm not playing this game.
Listen, I'll say this much real quick, just to address the chat. Spaz said he didn't get to finish. He said he got in one little fight and his mom got scared.
Oh.
Yo, son. Nah, Spaz, shout out to that. That's funny.
But you know what I'm seeing? Funny. I'm seeing him on that dude's shoulders spinning around.
On the fucking
hoop. But listen, I will say this much. First off, if you really look at that smack,
he pulled.
He did no. Yeah, he didn't.
He didn't really slap.
He wasn't. Really,
he didn't smack him. It wasn't even. It was a thud. It wasn't even a slap sound. It was a thud.
He wasn't like trying to off his kufi.
You're right.
Respectfully, he threw it. Like if you look at how he threw it, that's why I say he was off the head because the way he threw it,
threw it like he pulled something out of his pocket, right?
Nah, bro, he tried to hit him with a pimp slap. He thought like, you know what I'm saying? He tried to hit him with a pimp slap and said, wait, I can't pimp slap this guy at the Oscars. You know what I'm saying? Plus he's like, if I throw off and he sidesteps me, I'm going down. Like let me just, you know what I'm saying? He
did follow through though. He rotated his hips.
Nah, he tried.
It was light though. It looked like he pulled a little bit.
He definitely pulled because he knew it was gonna go down. Because here's my take, real quick. if he didn't went full through with it, Chris Rock would have fell. Chris Rock's a small guy compared to Will Smith and Bill.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Chris Rock would have went down, and as soon as Chris Rock would have went down, now the show has to stop. Now they have to intervene because the host is, or excuse me, he's not the host or the presenter is down.
They should do that anyway. Somebody walks on stage, there should be like a standing rule that if somebody walks on stage and smacks somebody, everybody got to pause for a second.
Yeah,
something needs to happen, right? Because that's just not cool. It's like I said earlier, like, yeah, it happened and people could give Will the benefit of the doubt, but there's no excuse for like one human to go up to another human and like attack him and then everybody fucking clap about it like this guy's a fucking war hero.
Nobody clapped about it.
Nobody clapped about it there, but they're praising him in the media. Everybody else is
They
praising
clapped
him.
about his speech.
Well, no.
No, everybody is saying he did the wrong thing. I haven't seen nobody
What?
praise
You
him.
No,
didn't see the
everybody's
interviews
back and
afterwards?
forth. Guys, it's back and forth.
Did you see what's her name? Trisha
Who?
Parish. What's her name?
Who?
Tiffany Haddish.
Tiffany Haddish.
I think she's supposed to be a comedian, right?
She is a comedian. But this is
Go ahead.
Oh,
I see
snap.
what you did there. Everybody's saying I seen. Well, you know what? Everything I said today, everything I seen today was people saying like you don't talk about somebody's wife, which I can 100% agree with.
Nah, listen. Let's take it back. Let's take it back to the school, man. This is what I remember. The rule. I mean, wife is different, but the rules were you don't talk about nobody's mama. You don't talk about nobody's kids. Everything else, because people are going to talk about your girlfriend or, your wife. People are going to talk, depending on your group. I just remember the rules was you don't talk about nobody's mama. You don't talk about nobody's kids. Everybody could talk junk about, that's why your girl's fat or, respectfully to everybody's woman, all your women are queens. My woman's a queen. Everybody's woman's a queen.
Yeah.
Let's just get that. Let's put that out there immediately. But, people talk junk. She fat or whatever. Again, like he said, there's a very well stated point. At the end of the day, he got it for a lot of people. Potentially, he got it for a lot of people. But I think when you have liquor, when you have the heat of the moment, when you have Jada making faces, your lady making faces like that, it's impulse. But what I will also say is that the Kanye West thing that we were talking about earlier, the reason why Kanye West couldn't even get an opportunity to do something like that is because Kanye West is known to be erratic.
Yeah.
He's known to be impulsive. Will Smith is the last person you expect to walk up and pimp slap you.
Yeah, but can you imagine if he walked up there and smacked Taylor Swift?
Oh no, he'd be
My
under the
God,
jail.
no. I feel like they got 2 U.S. Marshals in the crowd sitting near Kanye.
Yeah, just waiting for Kanye.
Like they got on an airplane.
Are you crazy? They got Kanye on a leash.
Yeah, they're just ready to just.
They got
pounce on him.
Kanye. They got Kanye on that roller coaster thing, that roller coaster seatbelt. That
Right.
shit, click. All right. And then
One of them harnesses that the
Yeah.
kids be having at the
The
mall.
performance is over, Kanye. You could get up and get a drink if you'd like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, let's be real. Look at what Kanye. Just for example, just because we're comparing, look at what Kanye did. Pete, aka Skeet, and him were texting each other. Kanye posted text messages. You have not seen Will. He spoke out about the one thing, if I'm not mistaken, was at the red table, which was the August Alsina thing, and he didn't really address anything else. Kanye West, people are fooling him up. You saw when they say, "Yo, I know where Skeet's at." He said, "Yo, he's at D's." Like, "Yo, send me D's. D has information. Send me D's information." He's like, "Yo, D's nuts." And Kanye was like, "Fine God." Now, if that was fake, I don't care.
The
It
text
was funny.
message to Kanye. Yeah,
It was funny.
But the truth, listen, that's fucking hilarious.
That's hilarious. Where's D's at? D's nuts. He
Yeah.
said, "Find God. You need to find
Yo,
God."
that's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying?
But you look at the like Skeet, you look at Skeet and Kanye and then the Will and Jada thing. I think that like we go back to the original thing that happened at the red table. Like, why'd they even do that? Why does Jada feel it necessary to bring Will on stage and essentially embarrass him? Like is she the root of this entire thing? Did she cause this whole entire reason that he feels so emasculated?
Kevin Samuels breaks down the whole Jada Pinkett thing.
Oh yeah, he did. He went crazy.
Can you give us a synopsis? The TLDR?
Nah, he just breaks it down about how, like,
What does that stand for?
like a woman like that is just gonna emasculate and constantly try to kind of hold power over somebody like Will Smith, and he's just like, for some reason he's allowed it to
Too
this
long
point.
didn't read.
Huh. I didn't. Okay, I guess.
I mean,
But
I guess
she's
it was
so
She's
powerful.
too ratchet. That's the thing. She's too ratchet, but you could polish her up nice. You know what I'm saying? But in all,
no.
you know
You're
what I'm
saying
saying?
that she could wear a G&G dress and wear a Chanel dress
And
the next
stash the
day?
burner, like,
Yeah.
and that's the problem. Like, it's you never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, you
know
can
what
take
I'm
the
saying?
shiki out the hood.
Yeah,
But you can't take the hood out the shiki.
Like, there's a reason why she cries every time you talk about like Tupac and shit like that. Like, she's got like deep like street vibes in her, and that battle, that wanting to battle and just win and shit like that is deep in her, and I think sometimes she just hangs that over Will, and somebody's got to give in that situation. I don't see Jada giving it home.
My chick sent me a meme today
Right?
that said like Tupac would have shot him.
Yeah, like Jada said, Tupac would have shot him.
What'd you say? What was your question? I'm sorry.
Like, I don't know.
I apologize.
Nah, it's all good.
I was trying to get that out of my head.
Yeah, you've been trying to spit that out for a minute. I've been seeing it in your eyes. Yeah. You had something coming because you're like looking through me. He's like, oh man, don't forget, I got a hot one right here.
Yeah, for the people who are listening to us on Spotify or Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to your podcast, I was just hawking Justin because I didn't want to forget about this meme I got sent this morning, or I got shown this morning.
Yeah, so I just think it's difficult. I think he's fighting a tough battle with somebody that's not really one to really give in, and somebody has to give in a relationship. Somebody has to, and I don't really see Jada giving in at home. She don't give in on the red table. There's just no quit.
You think she told him about that before they got there?
Yeah.
You think she was like, hey, listen, remember when I fucked August last summer? Yeah, I want to talk about it.
Because that was a minute ago before it actually came out.
Yeah, no, she had to. She had to prep him, because I think if you look at, and I actually seen bits and pieces of this. If you look at the look on his face, it was late at night. Like he said it was late at night. They did it. And I think he was just saying it to make a point. And one of the things that I think a lot of people missed, everybody's so focused on, oh, well, she, fucked another man. The main thing, the takeaway that I got from it is what he said. He said, I told her it's not my job to make you happy. You have to find happiness. I have to find happiness. And we have to come together.
That's some rich people shit, bro.
You know what I'm saying? No,
that's some real people shit. Modern relationships put too much on both people. Like, one person has to be the protector, provider, the priest, and all that. Mm-hmm. And also, the form of happiness for someone, and you have to be everything. And that's why when there's an error or there's some kind of a mistake, everything crumbles, because people expect everything from that person, and that person expects everything from them. So then whatever you're unable to provide is just interpreted as a massive failure, like a massive failure. And that's why you end up with building up years of things that may have been positive, that have been done by both people, and then one mistake and it's over.
Yeah, I definitely think that
money helps.
I definitely think that money helps, and I also believe that happiness comes from within, right? As weird as
that's a fact. I'm still trying to find that.
I feel like it's got you gotta.
It's human nature to keep searching.
Yeah, man.
Like that thing where they say like nobody can love you till you love yourself.
That's true.
Like I do.
No, I disagree with that. You could. I mean, because there's a lot of people that
no one can love
you.
Maybe you can't love someone else until you love yourself.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
I think what you said is what they say, but I think that's a little more.
Yeah, you gotta be able to love yourself before you could. How can you be affectionate to somebody if you don't know how to be affectionate? And I think that comes down to the foundational level. If you grow up in a situation where there wasn't a lot of affection in your life, or you didn't see people giving a lot of affection, how are you supposed to understand what qualifies as affection? If you grew up, just random example, if you grew up where everybody fought every day, literally fist fight, whatever the case may be, you think that that's okay. And if somebody else who grew up, that's why they say it's important to kind of know the background of the person that you decide to get involved with, and take that with a grain of salt, people, because we don't know. You don't know the person that you're dealing with until you live with them. You don't know the person. I'm talking about until situations get real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So until you get into a real situation where I live with this person, we're both on this lease or whatever the case may be, we can't go anywhere, because we don't have the money, we're tied up. And that's where a lot of these situations and circumstances stem from, because you didn't lay a good foundation. Communication is key. Things that myself and everybody else around me, I believe, should work on every day, because no matter how good or effective a communicator you think you are, you can always be better. And when you communicate these things and learn to communicate these things freely, like kind of like how we get up here in the pod and we're able to talk freely and openly, and we don't judge each other. We might give our opinions, but we have we get to a understanding. People don't give their significant others the time to do that. So getting back to what we were talking about with Jada and Will, if Jada was on one wavelength and Will was on another wavelength, and they didn't understand each other and they never communicated, yeah, we got money, we got fame, we got success, we have this belief of happiness, but I don't really know you, and you don't really know me, because we don't talk about it. You came up from West Philly. I apologize, but I don't remember where Jada's from. California, whatever it is. She could be from Bompton for all I know. And she grew up on a different wavelength. So if one person grew up to survive and one person grew up with love, how do you connect the two? Where is the balance and where's the counterbalance? what exactly brings it together, and how do we mold it into something that works? And then you end up with situations like this where you're getting dragged and made memes of for the last 2 years, and everybody thinks it's a joke, but they might not have the tools necessary. And you can sit down at any table you want. It could be that table, it could be this table, it could be the red table, and talk as much as you want about things that you believe you know about, but still not know the person that's sitting across from you at all. You know what I mean?
It gets difficult, man. That shit can get. Why
you making that face? Why you making that face?
I'm not laughing.
Yeah, you're not laughing? Is that not what that is?
Because
that's literally the definition of laughing.
No, because I was with him, right? I was with him for most of the monologue, but then we start getting to the end, and I think to myself, when the second this thing stops talking, I'm gonna say, "What the fuck are you talking about, Swizz?" But then it got to the point that I was like, "Oh, I really don't know what he's talking about anymore."
Oh man, whatever you need me to elaborate.
No. I understand what you're saying, and a wise person once said to me, like, you can't teach somebody else like how to express their love to you, right? Because everybody loves differently, right? And it goes to what you were saying before, like depending on where you grew up on. Some people might have seen their affection in their household as like what you said, beating each other up. That's how I show love. That's how we show love. We just mushed her whole face in the cake.
Yeah.
I showed him mad love.
I mushed his.
It's from that's from the movie with. Oh my God, what's it called? With Cam, and he's playing the character Rico, and he's
Paid in Full.
It's from Paid in Full. Cam goes up to, he goes, "Yo, you went to so and so's birthday?" And he was like, "Yeah, I showed him mad love, bro. Mushed his whole face in the cake and all that." And he was like,
all that.
He was like, "What? You
So
mushed his face in the cake?" He was like, "Yeah, man, mushed his whole face, ruined the cake, ruined the party." You know what I'm saying? But that's how he shows love. So I don't know. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Maybe that Jada just expresses her love for Will by kind of embarrassing him, or maybe that was him paying it back. We'll never know, because he could have like fucked her cousin or something like that, right? And she's like, "You know what? I'm gonna tell the whole world about August, and you gotta fucking come on a show, and that's how we're gonna sell it." And then we're even. And he was like, "Damn, I'm gonna be the butt of everybody's jokes." And she's like, "Exactly."
I mean,
Listen,
no one
black
ever
men
knows.
don't cheat, man. Will's good. You heard?
No one knows what the real stories are and the real details that go on between that. I just know that man looked like a man that had enough and was like, "Yo, the next time y'all talk crazy, you better get ready to duck."
Yeah, you're right, and he got it. Go ahead. You can.
My
touch on
phone
it.
is dead, so I can't see the chat. So
Spaz wrote a chat. He goes, "Damn, he's speaking mad facts. He must be single. Doesn't sound like he's had the life sucked out of him yet." Nah, son. I'm a goner just like everybody else, bro. I'm married. I'm married.
Show him the ring, Twizz.
Cuffed up like everybody else.
Show him the ring, Twizz.
Yo,
Show him the ring, Twizz.
Chill. So you hot.
Nah, that's mad funny. Nah, Twizz is insightful, man. That's why he's not just a backdoor producer.
that's right. This man is important.
Yeah.
Listen, they got me back here on a milk crate. I think I saw a chicken 2 minutes ago.
Twizz is on
It's a
probation.
rooster.
I'm in El Campo. You heard?
Twizz is on probation. He ain't done his
We got
30
two
days
roosters. Two roosters. We clipped their vocal cords so you can't hear them.
yet. Yeah.
They're like this. They go.
We got two fighting roosters. Speaking of fighting roosters, this weekend, fucking WrestleMania 2-day event.
Yes, sir.
These motherfuckers make so much. fucking
Wait a
money
minute. It's
off
2
that shit.
days this year.
Now, since the pandemic, they started doing 2 days.
Like WrestleMania Festival.
It's damn. I didn't even think about that, but I guess.
Oh.
Bro, it's at AT&T Stadium this year, the Cowboy Stadium.
So wait, you go there one day, like you go, you chill, you party, whatever. You show up to WrestleMania night 1.
Yeah.
You watch WrestleMania, then you go home or to the hotel.
No, you go to the parking lot.
You party, then you go to sleep. You wake up, you pregame again, and then you go and hit WrestleMania night 2.
Yeah.
Yo, I don't even watch wrestling. I might go to that
That
shit.
shit sounds like a hell of a fucking time,
Where's
right?
AT&T Stadium again?
Dallas, Texas.
Yo, can I ask y'all a question?
What's up?
Did y'all see the day 1 matches?
A WrestleMania?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't watch wrestling, so I wouldn't even be able to tell you
my
if it was
man.
a good lineup.
I haven't watched wrestling in a while, but the day 1 wrestling, I saw some wrestling.
Let's hear it.
I'm
Who's
gonna
on
tell
the
you what I
lineup?
did. Is
Yo,
it the
check-
Dudley Boys
Yo, bro.
versus the Hardy Boys?
Devon, get the
Get the game house.
Nah, yo, everybody's too young. They don't know about that. Listen, I'm scrolling down the day 1 matches, my man's. And
Is it Triple H? Because if Triple H isn't on there,
No, it's even better. The Miz and Logan Paul versus the Mysterios.
I don't even want to talk about the fucking lineup anymore. Don't mention anybody else from the Paul brothers are there.
Yo, nah, just Logan.
Just Logan?
It's
The Paul
Logan Paul.
brothers, they might have the best lives in entertainment.
Yo, bro, their life is entertainment. Did you? Oh,
I don't even know how the fuck we got sucked into talking about the fucking polls.
No. But that's it. We're just talking about them for wrestling. But I do want to preference something about the polls. But later on, when we have free time,
I just wanted to get into really quick. So I'm not into wrestling. I brought up WrestleMania simply because it was something that people were talking about today. It was trending on Twitter, and it being going on this weekend. It's a big deal. I just want to talk about the amount of eyes that they get. WrestleMania and wrestling in general, like you don't for the people who don't watch it, you don't feel like it's that big, but man, wrestling is fucking huge.
It's enormous. It's full of a bunch of guys that show up there thinking that shit is real,
bro. It's bigger. They get more eyes than the fucking Super Bowl.
WrestleMania is like the largest, the most widely watched. It's like the World Cup.
WrestleMania 31 made $23 million.
Wow.
$23 million in revenue. The year before, and
damn, I thought it would have been more than that, to be honest with you.
Wait,
well,
is
they're
that
only
ticket sales or merch?
that's in revenue. Well, the company only makes about $100-something million a year. So that's a big percentage
That's
of what
it?
that year. This is 31. They're up to like 38.
Are we talking about ticket sales?
No, off of that one event.
No, I mean like annually. You said 100 million.
I think that I didn't write this down, but an article that I read said that they made $107 million in revenue in whatever year.
I guess that is a lot, but for some reason I thought it would have been
revenue.
More. I thought it would have been more with merch and action figures and belt replicas and ticket sales and streams and
that might
commercial
be like a
revenue.
different. That maybe they have like a subdivision or something like that does their
Maybe,
toys.
but
or
anyway.
anything, whatever the case may be. Dude, last year they sold fucking 40,000 tickets for the 2-day event.
40,000. How many does it seat? The arena probably somewhere around there, I would imagine.
Well, yeah, last year they did it. I think it was in Tampa Bay, and they have the stadium, and then they fill the field up with seats too.
And the stadium seating? It
And
can't be
plus
the
the
whole
stadium.
stadium, is it?
What?
So then,
Motherfucker, it's the entire thing. Well,
so then they only sold 40,000 seats.
that's enormous, bro. Dallas Stadium is only
for
10,000
for a 2-day event. They sold 40,000 seats.
Yeah, that's a lot, bro. Dallas is the biggest football stadium. I think it only sits 10,000 people. Or is it
No,
100,000?
are you crazy? The Madison Square Garden sits like
How many
20,000
fucking people does it sit? Let's see.
Madison Square Garden fits like 20,000.
No, AT&T Stadium. I got you.
Yeah, they gotta be somewhere up like
bro, that's what I'm
20, 30.
Stop trying to take my job, bro.
I'm not trying to
Sit
take a
down.
job. You just ain't fast enough.
Nah,
You know
chill
what I'm
out, bro.
saying?
Chill
80,000
out, 'cause
people in AT&T. Yeah, I don't know. These are the numbers I got.
So they fit 80,000 in that stadium and they only sold 40,000 tickets.
No. It was at Tampa Bay last year.
No, hold on.
How big is Tampa Bay Stadium?
Tampa Bay Stadium is.
I want to say it's going to be like probably like 15,000 or some shit like that.
No, I don't think so.
Let's see. I don't know. I'm basing this off the numbers.
It's got to be more than that. It's got to be more than that. 15,000 is not much. It's got to be that they
65,890.
Yeah, they must have closed part of the seating because you probably couldn't see shit.
Well, no, I think I pulled up the stats, and I think for WrestleMania 27, which was last year, I think they actually had 71,617 in attendance.
71,000.
617.
All the fucking facts I got were wrong.
But
man.
that
I
was
don't know what to tell
according.
you guys.
No. But that was
Alternate
according to
facts.
Wrestling
These are alternate
Observer.
facts. Twiz, shout out your Instagram so Spaz could DM you.
Oh, at Does This Look Infected on Instagram.
Does this look infected?
Yep.
I know they got more eyes than the fucking Super Bowl. That was my point. That's all I want to fucking talk about.
Now listen, I tell you this much: whatever they reported they made, they definitely made more. Because merch, especially for the thing is with events like this, like even like Coachella, anything that has a year in it, they sell ridiculous amounts of merch because it has a date on it. Some of those things become worth a lot of money because it might be somebody's last year. So, they become vintage. Some people keep them just for, want them for keepsakes for themselves. Some people just want to commemorate the moment. For those of us that still like to live in a moment, shout out to the few people that, take a picture at an event and then kind of enjoy the ambiance, because too many of y'all don't really want to enjoy the ambiance no more. So shout out to the people that do, like me. I take one picture, one snap,
and
let you know it's lit, and that's it. I put my phone away. I want to enjoy myself. I want to see who's performing.
Or you get like one of those head cams. And you have a good time, but you record the whole thing at the same time.
Nah.
Nope.
Because that's how you when you got your phone out, yeah, you might get Will Smith smacking Chris Rock across the face at the thing on video, but so did 10,000 other people. So who has the best angle? You're not gonna make any money off it. I'd rather watch the person. If I'm sitting in the nosebleeds, I'd rather watch the person in front.
No, I'm just talking from like a documentation perspective. But don't listen to me because I don't take any pictures. I haven't posted on social media since like 2014. So
when I go-
aside from podcast stuff.
When I go to an event, I do very little. Very little. I could definitely hear that clicking and snapping. I definitely take some photos, maybe some video. But when I'm at an event, I do my best to try to be there, because all it is, you just see everybody's just like this. It's just an audience full of people doing this, and you're literally watching the event from your phone. You might as well just stayed home and just watch somebody else's story.
That shit's like the people with fireworks, the people that record the fireworks shows.
Yeah.
When have you ever rewatched that shit?
Never. It's just like, there's this thing, you want to hoard memories. You want to hoard things, like, and just never get rid of them, It's weird. Do you do that? Or you
Negative.
don't? Nah. Yo, a lot of people do that. Like, I find myself even doing that from time to time. What are y'all laughing about? I can't see the chat.
No.
nothing to
It's
do with the
definitely
chat.
it don't got nothing to do with the chat.
No, I'm not
Nothing
even
to do with
laughing.
the
I'm
chat,
just
bro.
looking at Twiz because he had a funny look in his face, and I'm like, what the fuck is he thinking about?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
No.
But in any case, in regards to the hoarding memories, I will tell you this much: I always get
In regards to what?
into. He said you talk
Like
about
hoarding, like memories, like
Oh,
videos
okay.
and photos.
All right, I just didn't. No, I'm not trying to make a joke. I didn't understand him.
Whew. All right. So in regards to hoarding memories, I don't try to, but I will now that I'm thinking about it. I am kind of guilty because ever since I'm poor, but I kind of get some nice things every once in a while.
Not poor.
So, I'm definitely poor.
This guy's got a fucking.
Poor people aren't homeowners.
No, I'm definitely. I live in a cardboard. I own a
What
cardboard.
kind of
box.
shoes are those?
What are you talking about?
What kind of shoes are those?
Nikes. These are Nikes.
What kind of Nikes are those? Are they expensive? Because Nikes are expensive. I don't own any Nikes, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. But those look expensive.
Nah, these is Nikes. These
You don't
are
own any Nikes?
These are
I don't own any sneakers.
these are
I'm like,
Air Jordans.
I got one pair of Nikes.
See,
You wore a pair of Nikes when we went out the other night, and you brought it to our attention that you
That
were
I
wearing
got
them.
them from. What did I say? What
You
did I
were
say
like,
about
yo,
them?
you were like, yo, these shoes are right here, so vintage. They came out when I was in high school, but I got 6 brand new
Get 'em.
pairs refurbished.
That's not what I said.
Get
I
'em.
said I've had these sneakers since high school. I said these came out in 2000 whatever, and I still have these shits. The 2005 they came out.
Oh, so they were some bread.
Probably not.
Yeah, they were some money.
You can look them up.
Nah,
They're-
they look like they was from 2005. nah.
Yo, we was
Nah,
stuck in
play.
it. We was in the trenches in 05.
Nah, my shit was fresh, bro.
Yo, he was in the trenches in 05.
Look them up. They were the glow in the dark SBs.
Nah,
I mean,
they are.
dunks.
That's why they
All
have
glow in
that
the dark.
color. They're glow in the dark.
Dark SBs.
They're dunks. They're not SBs. They're dunks.
Dunks.
Yeah, all glow in the dark
Halloween
dunks.
joints.
No, they're all entire glow in the dark. Just tell us what.
Glow in
I
the
don't-
dark.
I don't know.
I'm about to look them up right now. On
So I don't know
StockX.
what they're worth or anything like that. But I'm sure they're probably worth a couple hundred.
They're worth
bucks, if
something.
that.
They're worth something.
You ready? Hold on.
But
They're worth something for sure.
regardless, while Twiz looks that up, we could jump into our.
Oh, the white joints.
They look white. They're like
they
an
look
off-white.
Yeah, like
but they-
off-white.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're going for like 220 U's right now.
Yeah.
See?
220.
That's not bad.
That's
Probably
a little
less than what you pay.
Is
Probably more
that
than what you
more
pay.
or less than what your sneakers you're wearing are?
Hold on, I'm gonna look them up and then I'll tell everybody what I'm
Because I got mine in 2005. You know what I'm saying? So Twiz, you might be a poor boy, but you got nice sneakers.
Hold on.
Which is a very common thing amongst poor boys. What is this?
Yeah, that's a
Why
fact.
is it that the people I know have the least amount of money have the nicest fucking kicks?
Yeah, see, so my
Some people,
Same reason why some of the brokest people I know got the nicest cars.
yeah.
Yeah, so my shoes are only going for $740 in a size 7.
So
Oh,
the,
that's all.
And that's my size.
Twiz is the poor boy, and
That's
he's
all.
wearing
No, but I
$800.
definitely
He's
did.
just a poor boy from a poor family with $700
Nah, listen,
$700 shoes.
I want everybody to feel bad for Twiz now.
listen, I got on Obsidian ones, Air Jordan 1 Obsidian, but I definitely didn't pay $740 for these.
Doesn't matter. He got them.
I pay retail for my sneakers. If not, I don't buy them. I'm old. I got responsibilities and children and bills, and I'm poor.
He's poor.
but-
He has $800 sneakers.
But what I was saying was, in regards to the hoarding memories thing, was since I've been afforded the ability to be able to get a better phone, I always get the phone more memory, and then I end up looking towards the end of my phone's life cycle, and I got like 40,000 to 60,000 pictures, 10,000 videos.
Dude, I don't document dick. I have like no videos or pictures. The only thing I have are like old races from like when I was younger.
Nice.
I have like I have pictures of my kid.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's what, if you look through my phone, bro, I got bills, literally screenshots of bill confirmations that I paid just to make sure I paid it. Bills. My daughters, my son, my daughters, my son, my son. Something weird that happened at work. Maybe a nice car,
Cockshot.
food, food. Like a recipe or something I want to cook or something I made, like the ramen or the sushi or whatever the case may be, or when I make fresh pasta. And other than that is bills, kids. That's it. They take up everything.
My shit is just my girl and my dog.
Yeah.
That's it. My dog doing regular shit. My dog sleeping. My dog running. My dog sitting. My dog taking a shit. I ever tell you that story when I accidentally sent this picture of my dog taking a shit to this girl I worked with?
What?
Yeah. It was someone from out of town that had been sent to work.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of times they have people that like float around. And I meant to send it to my girl. Sent this picture of my dog taking a shit to someone I barely even know.
Oh my God.
It was very weird.
Was your dog like in full like werewolf
with the
transformation?
mahong halfway coming out. I was sending it to my girl as a joke. Yeah, nah, that was weird. I had to respond right away. I'm like, oh no. She was like, I was like, yeah, that was supposed to go to my fiance. I'm sorry. I meant to send it to my girl. I was like, funny, block.
You know?
That's mad funny.
Yeah,
I've done some. I told my girl immediately. I was like, yeah, she's like, it's not a big deal. I was like, no. I was like, this is weird. I was like, how is this? I was like, I'm going to go to work. This person is still going to be working here. When I go to work, I was like, this is fucking weird. You know, it was very uncomfortable. I know I've done some embarrassing stuff at work. Not anything that I really care to mention, but I've definitely posted things in chats that weren't supposed to be posted. I'm not going to get too deep in, but I've been, I know how it feels to feel pretty embarrassed at work.
I was like mortified. I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. Yeah, it was like, all I saw was, I was like, wait a minute, what? I was like, I didn't get a burrito with my girl. I was like, oh no, this was the lunch order. I said this picture, and it was my dog like this, taking a shit like this. And shit, my dog had a vest on.
The dog was
a lumberjack vest.
Yo, she had the vest on, bro, because it was cold out.
Straight buffalo print.
I think it was like a plaid or denim. Yo, it was so hilarious.
Oh, so your dog was in the 90s.
Yo, you know I got my dog. My dog has a denim with the Sherpa collar, bro. Ooh. With the Sherpa on the collar and the patchwork on the denim.
Yeah.
And she also got the plaid with the quilted vest print. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like the quilted vest.
That's a fact.
What do you got to say from the chat?
There's a chat. I'm not going to read one of them. The other one says, from 100% true, brother in the black at the positive energy, though. I don't know if you're talking about Twiz or Jay, but they both got positive energy.
Yeah, he said we got positive energy.
He said, not me, because I'm not wearing black. But he said, brother in the black at the positive energy.
Talking about you, handsome?
Now he must be talking about you. You got black sweats on, blacks. You know,
you got a lot of positive energy, Twiz. That's what I like about you.
I be trying. Nah, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I be mad negative, but I be trying.
Nah, bro, the positive energy is contagious, yo. It literally lifts my spirits.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Before the podcast came on, me and Twiz were talking about a video game that we're both playing. It's called Elden Ring, right?
Mm-hmm. And I'm intrigued to hear about this.
And this is a good game, right?
Because I haven't played video games since you couldn't save.
I want to make this a conversation that you don't need to know about video games for, right? So like really high level. But one of the things I was telling Twiz and then Justin and Twiz proceeded to shame me about it was that I was watching a walkthrough. I was like, yo, Twiz was asking me about like, what level I was or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, oh, I'm not that far. I'm not that deep in. I'm deep in, but I'm not deep in hours, but I'm not that deep into the game because I'm doing like 100% like a run. So where I'm trying to get everything. And I'm using a walkthrough to assist me to make sure I get everything, right?
So you're cheating.
This is what you said, right? You're like, well, you're cheating, right? My definition of cheating is like, using a program or something or exploit to get unlimited gold so I can max out my level. That would be cheating. A walkthrough, when you were a kid and you bought a game, they sold a manual that would help you progress through the game.
Because that's cheating.
About the guide.
It definitely wasn't cheating.
I never used the strategy guide when I was trying to beat a game. I would use it like on my maybe second or third run through the game.
Yeah, I don't picture you playing difficult games.
Through the game.
Yeah, I'll tell you this much: the guy costs.
I play difficult games, just not the ones that interfere with my like interaction with women or my interaction with like jobs, like shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
But I say we don't get pussies with.
Yeah, bro.
Should I say we don't get no tag?
Yeah, I don't know what he's.
I'm the only one not married, so y'all definitely got it.
Play video games. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, don't listen to him, man.
Yo, bro, play video games.
This guy
is you know how many lives?
How dare you?
You know how many lives
called when you're racist towards gamers? I want to know what it's called when you're gamist.
A gamist.
Are you gamist right now?
Yeah.
Are you saying that because
are you game shaming?
I'm gonna tell you the truth. What it is? I've gone so long since I've been with my girl, not playing games, that I just keep on trying to tell myself negative things about video games. Because I want to play him so bad.
Yo, he's like SpongeBob with no water.
I want to play him so fucking bad. I want to play the game so goddamn bad, but I've gone so long with my girl with not playing them that I don't know if I can introduce them successful at this point.
You would have to work your way in so slowly. Like, get yourself a Switch before you can't just go straight into a console.
Is that a
like
video game? What
Yeah.
are you doing?
I don't know if I can, because it's always been a thing. She's like, man, I'm so glad you don't play games. She's like, you want to do something outside? I'm like, sure, let's go. And I'm like, damn, I kind of was like reading about this game. That seems like really fucking cool. Like, I wish you would play it. We have a Sega Genesis that we play together.
I will tell you that I always did want that when I was younger. Like, I wanted my chick to play the same like games I played, so I could be. I had a friend, him and his girlfriend played. And I thought it was like the coolest fucking thing ever.
Facts.
Like,
And when's your time happen? You know what I'm saying? If like you guys have all the same hobbies and shit, like when do you have like your own time?
They were younger, so maybe like at that point, like in their lives, like it was all about like them being together and just, you know, when you're young, you're just like infatuated.
You don't want
with other
time.
And
people.
I'm gonna say for the record, I was only kidding about that fucking joke.
We don't think that you think that gamers
All right,
don't get
good.
tanged.
No.
Yeah, no,
all
no,
right,
no,
because I
no.
know
I'll tell you
plenty
right
of
now, there's a
gamers-
whole lot of game athletes that are fucking that are shutting it down.
That was a
right now.
backhanded compliment, and I won't allow you to do that to us. I will not allow you to do that to us.
And I'm only kidding.
But my question was: is buying the strategy guide it's cheat? Is it frowned upon? Buying a strategy guide? And I also want you to remember the complexity of some of these video games. I'm not talking about like playing like Bomberman. I'm talking about like old school Tomb Raider.
Nah, Bomberman
games
was
like,
complex.
Like
Bomberman 64, yo, we used to go at it hours.
oh, you know what I mean.
Nah, I know what you mean.
I'm talking about like puzzle games.
Yeah.
Like the most like Tomb Raider's a good one.
Yeah.
The most recent, not the most recent, but the Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Amazing
really
game.
Games that like you could put 1,000 hours into and not like get everything.
Yeah, not
or
even-
and there's puzzles in them that you'll just you know. And if you don't have all the time in the world, if you're not a child, you're not going to complete all those puzzles in Legend in Breath of the Wild.
I'll tell you this much.
I don't know. To me, it just seems like there's less of an attempt to complete it independently before looking for help.
This is my thing about Elden Ring.
You know.
There's no fucking indication on where you have to go.
So nobody has ever done that. Nobody's ever progressed in the game without being led through the game.
people progress. No. Most games do have it. This is the thing. This game is designed to be difficult, like Dark Souls. Like what company is it?
From Software.
From Software makes
From
Software makes these games that are incredibly difficult. They're known for their difficulty. And one of the parts that make it very difficult is a very, very, very large open world and no fucking directions. It's just different than other games. Most other games, 95% of games have like a quest log, and they'll say like they'll either tell you exactly where to go, or they'll say you go like northeast of this place and you'll find this. This one doesn't have any of that shit. You just talk to people, and maybe you got to do what they need, and maybe you don't. And you could be going in one direction and think you're fucking, you're halfway through the game, and little do you know, you're not even fucking playing the main storyline.
Nope, not at all. You can spend 30 hours.
You could literally 30 hours, 100 hours, bro.
Yeah.
You could do 100 hours and not. I've been doing nothing but side stuff. I'm like 13 hours in or some shit like that, and I haven't even got to the first boss that people could get to in like 2 hours if they know the chain of events that are supposed to happen.
So out of those 13 hours, how long did you attempt to do it yourself before you started following the guide? And be honest.
Yeah. It was day 2.
How many hours in would that be?
I was 4 hours into one account and I started over.
So
And I made a new
4
account.
hours into the game, you already went and got, right? You went and got like the guide.
I needed to know like where to go. I had no idea. And keep in mind, I never played a game from this company before.
And mind you,
I didn't
this
play
is
Dark
me.
Souls.
I'm speaking completely from like a place of having no knowledge about this game. So if
Yeah.
I sound crazy, if you guys or the chat or anybody thinks I sound crazy, like this guy clearly hasn't played video games in 10 years because you need some kind of a guide.
So here's the thing, right?
I'm unfamiliar.
No, it's perfectly fine. Here's the thing. I guarantee you, anybody who's played Elden Rings and didn't play Dark Souls, 1,000% looked up how to like what the fuck they're supposed to do.
Most
right?
definitely.
Not only that, but all these games,
definitely.
they're very complicated. There's different characters that do different things, and you don't just figure it out. Like I didn't get a little booklet with the game.
There's like endless possibilities, I guess, and there's really no way to figure it out because if there's 10,000 things that you can do from this particular spot, how can you actually know where you're supposed to go unless you go through all of them until you get the right way. So it's like, okay, I'm 86 years old and I finally realized I had to make a left.
Yeah, well, one of the things is like I have limited time, right?
Yeah.
I have limited time, so I can't afford to fuck around.
So it's efficiency at the same time of enjoying the play of the game.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm getting to enjoy the game. Yeah, it's not like the purists, like the people who are like who love these games.
Yeah.
And they try to go like remember because when I got the game, I told Twiz I was going to go through the game without dying. I died 5 minutes into the game.
I laughed.
You were laughing when he
I
said
laughed.
that.
I told Twiz
Heartily.
like 3 weeks ago. I told him, I said, "You getting Elden Ring? Yeah, I'm getting Elden Ring too. I'm going to play the whole thing without dying. I'm going to do the whole thing without dying."
But you know what? I love that outlandish confidence because that's what you need to really succeed at anything.
Yeah, and,
You know,
and
honestly.
I literally, it's a part of the storyline. Like I died.
Yeah.
Like you go against something that you can't kill in the beginning of the game and you die.
The strategy is like,
yeah.
okay, so by the 25th time you die, this is what you do next. And you're like, oh, I guess this is like part of it.
Well, here's my take. Here's my take on it. So when it comes to go ahead.
I want to read the chat. Just real quick, catch up on the chat because I don't want anybody to feel like they're
Left out.
That they're being left out. I'm here for the brother in the black though. Dude's energy stealing the show. White dude in the black, life though. Microphone symbol.
White dude in the
Yeah.
black.
Yo,
light
shout out to
up.
100% true. He out
Shout
there
out to
showing
100%
love.
true.
He showed love.
Facts.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what. So what do you recommend? Listen, I know you want to. Do you want to go further into the game or talking about the game?
Oh yeah. I just want to talk about like I really want to know what people's perception of like cheating and like you know and I want to know what Twist thinks too because I don't necessarily feel like I'm cheating because I don't like cheating in games. I feel like it ruins it. When you play a game and even if you're not cheating with software, you're cheating with like exploits and you give yourself like all the guns or all the money or all the health, it's no longer fun anymore. Me and Swizz both
You take the risk out.
Yeah, me and Swizz both played Cyberpunk, and there was like a million cheats for them. I didn't do any of them because I didn't feel like it takes you literally it ruins the game for yourself. Like you don't even want to play it yourself. You're kind of like, oh, this is like too easy. This isn't fun
It's
anymore.
icky. You kill the experience for yourself. But I will say this in regards to cheats and even walkthroughs, bro. It's a one-player game. One-player game is all up to your interpretation of your experience. So this is my personal opinion. You can use a walkthrough. If that's how you want to enjoy the game, step by step, you want to get every excruciating detail and touch every. That's perfectly fine.
You know what? You're right. He's right.
If
100%.
it's a
I
one-player
agree
game.
with that. Yo,
Yeah.
shout out 100% real because that's 100% right. What he's saying is right. Who am I to say that shit is lame? To look up the strategy guy.
Well, no, but hold on. But there's a
I need to
twist.
get better at this.
No, but
I
there's
need
a
to
twist.
shut
There's
up.
a twist because that's when you're playing a one-player game, it's up to your interpretation. It's your experience. Now, when you're playing a multiplayer game, you're on Call of Duty. Something like that.
Nah,
That's
I don't
when
fuck with that.
When you're on Call of Duty and you're sniping me from behind a wall on the other side of the map, turned backwards with a pistol, and that's insane.
Me and Twist
That's-
have ran into many cheaters on
Yo,
Call
bro.
of Duty, and it's not fun.
Little 8-year-olds
Insanity.
smoking y'all.
No, they're like
Insanity.
fucking. Maybe they're 8-year-olds. I don't know.
You probably
No,
have
no,
no,
there was-
idea.
one time we
Jeremiah's
played-
been smoking you and you have no idea.
dude, first
he's
off-
low key. He's
Nah.
low key got some like burner account and he's smoking you and you don't even know.
You want me to? All right, let me read the chat real quick. Spaz was in the chat. He said, "It's not a competitive game, so whatever you need to do to enjoy the game is fair game." And he
I
said,
agree.
"Not having fun is losing the game, so whatever you got to do, you do." He said, "Damn it, Twist, stop saying what I'm writing."
That's why it took me to the second day 2, 4 hours in to say I'm not fucking around no more.
Yeah.
Yo, when I tell you I hated the game, I hated it.
Yo, it's rough, man.
I hated it. It's so hard, bro.
It's
I don't
like
want
a
to sound like
fight.
a little girl. Elden Ring.
Yo, I'm a guy. What does this come out for? Should I
I'm
go
not
cop an
even kidding
Xbox?
you, I
I'm gonna
would-
cop an Xbox and beat this game in 4 weeks, and I'm gonna come and show you my shit.
Yo, bro,
Not only
listen.
will I perform
I'm
oral
gonna get
sex
back
on
in the
you,
video. I'm gonna get
but I would-
back in the game. I'm gonna get back into gaming at the top tier.
I don't think there's anything that I wouldn't bet you that you wouldn't. Not that you wouldn't be able to get the accoutrements because at this point
Get the
I'm
what?
willing to the
Ooh.
accoutrements,
Ooh, hold on, wait.
the ingredients.
Say that again.
Accoutrements, accoutrements.
Accoutrement. Nah, he tried to throw some French in there.
Oh, accoutrement.
Accoutrement.
Accoutrement?
That's how they say it in France.
Oh, okay.
God
I
damn.
never been
Well,
to France.
I was
Oh, fancy.
My culinary degree is from the French Institute. That's why I say it like that. That's why I say it like that.
So you think it's possible that maybe I could get this stuff?
Yeah, I also I say chamboulé. How do you guys say it?
Kabule.
I say chamboulé. Chamboulé. No, but you know what I mean. But I think that I don't believe that you can't not get all the things needed to play.
But
I don't think you'd be able to finish the game. And I'd say you wouldn't be able to finish it in 1,000 hours. You wouldn't be able to finish it.
I wouldn't be able to finish the game in 1,000 hours. What's the average that people take to finish it?
Oh, no, you can speed run it, but
People speed run it, but they only speed run it after beating it multiple times.
Exactly.
I mean, maybe in 1,000 hours. I'd say like sub 500 hours, you probably couldn't do it.
If I knew...
What's the game? What's
Like
the
what?
time? What's the time for Elden Ring completion? Not 100%.
just story time?
Yeah, just main story.
All right, so that's just getting to the end, but missing like special skin, like special items and special.
That means
little side
That means
jobs.
when you see a poor kid on the side of the road, you can't ask him what's wrong. You got to keep going.
So single playthrough of Elden Ring takes an average of 44 hours.
44
but that's the time needed to complete the main story. If you want to do like between various side quests and optional bosses, it's probably about 70 hours. But mind you, those 70 hours are based on, I want to say, 100% success. Now imagine
and understanding what
and
what needs to
understand.
be
So
done.
when you play these games, if you played Sekiro or you played Dark Souls 1, 2, or 3, or you played Bloodborne 1 or 2, then you have a grasp of what these games are asking you for, not only mentally but physically. You have to have not only just the physical prowess, meaning the reaction time, but you also have to have the mental fortitude to understand that you're going to die, and
God damn.
and there's going to.
I don't know if I'm ready.
Listen,
Yo, the timing on doing dodges and things like that, like
Insane.
there's mechanics to it.
Yep.
So it's not just like, kind of mindlessly walking through things and it's like, oh, it's you follow this blue line and you get to where you have to go, which I love games like that too. I do. Everybody knows I do. Cyberpunk, thought it was a great game. It was very much, it tells you exactly where you go. It tells you exactly what to do. You just have to complete it.
Yeah, it gives you options in between, but it's pretty linear. That's what you technically would call a linear game. Those games are linear. You follow the line, you follow the path, you complete the goals, and that's it.
Elden Ring is not like that.
Yes.
I actually have. I'm going to step back and completely make a 100% confession right now.
Here we go.
One of my favorite games that I ever played that was like an RPG like that, right? Was a game called Shenmue.
Oh, Shenmue.
And it was on Dreamcast.
That's a good game. Shenmue's a good game.
Shenmue was fire.
That's a fact.
And if I recall correctly,
Yes, you did.
They just remastered it.
I used the guide for part of it because it was fucking. I couldn't figure out certain things.
It was challenging.
Yo,
Shenmue's
there
challenging.
was some games. What was that puzzle game for PS2?
And so I'm a person that's accountable, and I'm a person that will come forward and I will say when I'm wrong.
Listen, Final Fantasy VII, a lot of people use a guide for, and they could make it up and say they didn't. But
Shenmue was
I
fire.
couldn't afford the guide for 7.
I couldn't afford a guide for any game. So, for those of y'all that had guides, shout out to y'all. You heard?
Shenmue was fire.
Shenmue was definitely
That game was fire. When we were talking about Dreamcast last week,
Yep.
I should have brought that up because that was probably one of my favorite games.
Yeah.
There was some I don't remember what game it was. I think it was actually for PS3, not PS2. It was a puzzle game.
We talking about Lumines?
I don't remember what it was called.
Is it like a platformer or is it like literally puzzle? Like,
No, it's like you have to go through areas and figure out puzzles to get through it. And I remember I embarrassingly got to the second point and just couldn't get any further.
like a platformer? Like there was a character or it was literally
There was a character. There was a character. You have to go through things. It was very similar to the way the shrines are in Zelda. What time are we at? Is that what you're looking at?
We're significant. We're like 15 minutes past the hour. I wanted to touch on that MMA card.
Okay, cool.
Ooh, yeah. I was going to say, yeah.
You want to talk about the fact that Chris Rock isn't pressing charges, but Colby Covington is? The weirdest shit. Colby Covington is a UFC middleweight. What is that?
No, they're welterweights.
Welterweight. He's a UFC welterweight who was brutally attacked. No, he was attacked by Jorge Masvidal in the street, a guy that he had just recently beat in a fight. And some people are kind of like the Will and Chris thing. Some people say nah, Jorge's is in the right because he spoke about his kids and he talked a lot of shit. And he said it wasn't going to end in the ring if he sees them in his city, blah blah blah. And then some people feel the opposite way, where it's like, dude, you got beat up for 25 minutes. Now you want to fucking hit him from behind in the fucking in the street. But I don't even know what that has to do with the fights this weekend.
No, you just brought it up so we could touch on it. But I think if I'm Colby, I can understand multiple reasons why he's pressing charges.
Because he got his tooth knocked out.
One, he may have had his tooth knocked out, and in order for that to be covered by insurance and shit like that, or no fault or something like that, you might need a police report. I don't know.
Get your paperwork right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Secondly, sometimes you want that documented a little bit so that if there's another event and Colby hits this motherfucker with a tire iron and cracks his head or something, it's like, listen, there's been a previous incident documented that says that this man attacked me.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So
aren't they so big that it's already documented? Like, it's not like no one's going to know.
Without a police report, it didn't happen.
Yeah, but he can't have to prove intent.
It doesn't matter in court.
He can be like, yo, this was theatrics. I was acting the whole time. It's like, no, I have, now it's written down on paperwork that knows that you might have been theatrical, but I'm serious.
Yeah.
This is my life. You know, paperwork changes a lot of things. People don't understand that. You know, the power, what do they say? They say the pen is mightier
than the sword, yeah.
Pen's mightier than the sword. Yeah.
And one other thing is that Colby makes his living fighting. If he sustains some kind of an injury through that,
like, let's just say his tooth's knocked out.
let's say his tooth is knocked out. Let's say he sprained a finger. Let's say he rolled an ankle stepping off a curb outside the restaurant or something like that. That's going to affect his potential to earn a living going forward.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
You know,
real quick, Juan said Crash Bandicoot in the fucking chat. I don't know if that was a joke.
No,
but,
you're saying that's the game that you couldn't get past level 2.
I know that's where the joke stemmed from. Yeah, no, I was very good at Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, if you weren't,
that was pretty good. That game is not like one of those games where you have
taking
to
the
figure
headphones
out.
off.
Nah, I'd say one thing: I never beat Sonic. I said that the other day.
No, listen,
I beat Sonic 2
Listen, Sonic
without a guide.
Sonic 2. No. Wait.
Well, first of all,
on GameCube,
it was a 2-dimensional game. You could only go in one direction.
No. You talking about on GameCube?
Very true.
You literally just had to make it from the left side of the screen to the right side of the screen. Very
story.
impressive, nonetheless. But I don't think you need a fucking strategy guide to get past that. This weekend,
Well, it sounds like you did.
Nah, the water level on
Sounds
Sonic
like you needed it. No? Did you make it?
I never beat it. I never beat any of this.
I beat it.
I never beat any of the Sonics.
Yeah, you had a lot of free time as a kid to beat Sonic. I'm just saying.
Nah, just I was like, my mom had a daycare. So I had like 3 of my best friends would be like at my house all the time because my mom would watch them, like, and they became like tight friends. So that was like what we would do after school. We would just play video games and shit.
I didn't beat a lot of games when I was younger. I think Final Fantasy VII was probably like one of the first games I finished.
You finished Final Fantasy VII?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think you know what game I didn't beat that I really wanted to was what the hell was it with Liquid Snake?
Oh, Metal Gear Solid?
Metal Gear Solid.
I never played
right
them.
Oh man, that game was super dope. But if you want to talk about that card.
Yeah, sure. So we're talking about no, I didn't play Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts was like a well-received game. People love that shit for whatever reason.
I'm unfamiliar with Kingdom. I'm telling you, man, I might have to get up in this video game shit because I can't be left out of it. Listen, man, I'm going to jump in here and I'm going to have to show you guys what's up. I'm going to come in here with some good questions. You guys are going to be like, oh shit, you really did get an Xbox.
You know Kingdom Hearts. You remember the commercial was that Simple and Clean song? When you walk away, you don't hear me say. Yo, it was everywhere. They played it. The commercial ran on TV. This is back when people actually watched TV. It was on TV like every 30 seconds.
Yo, Will Smith slapped Chris Rock last night. What goes on, bro? Yo, what goes on? That shit been popping in my head randomly. I was driving today. I was at a traffic light. I was like, yo, Will Smith slapped this shit out of Chris Rock. I'm sorry.
Real quick, I want. Are you good, Swizz? I want to just go through the card real quick.
I'm good. Let's go. Let's get to the card.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna get a game and I'm gonna play with y'all. Watch. Hit you up. You're gonna see me. You actually gonna see my username. You're gonna be like, yo, I don't know who this is. I'm gonna be like, you know who it is.
I hope you do. Neil Magny, Max Griffin. I want you guys to know that I was only wrong on one fight this night. I almost ran the gauntlet.
I'm pissed because I had a whole parlay pick that I would have won, Twiz, but I went to place it and I couldn't bet Massachusetts, bro, because I was out in New York for the fight card. And they were like, sorry, your location doesn't allow this. Yo, I had a 4-fight parlay and all 4 of them won. Damn, and I didn't get to place the bet because I was out of state.
That's terrible.
Shit was whack.
We would have been in Vegas today.
Baby, I'd have been at Jake's 58 like this.
Jake's, oh no. No.
So, Neil Magny versus Max Griffin. Neil Magny won by decision. I thought it was a good fight. Pretty fucking grueling. Neil almost lost. He needed to win that fight. He's like a gatekeeper now. Yeah,
but I mean, he's doing all right. He's ranked number 9. That's pretty goddamn good.
Yeah, no, it's great.
But I knew he was he was part of my parlay. I knew he was gonna win that fight.
Yeah, I picked him too. Kai Kara France versus Askar Askarov with OV. Same first name, except add an OV at the end of it. That's his last name. Askarov, excuse me. Matt Brown. Kai Kara France won that fight. He wasn't the favorite. I picked him. He won. I don't think he won because I picked him. I just picked him because he's from City Kickboxing, right?
Yep,
I fuck with City Kickboxing, and I think he's good.
Yeah, City Kickboxing is good. Eugene is over there making some animals,
Making some killers, right?
Israel Adesanya, and then Alexander Volkanovski has a fight coming up too. He's got a title defense against Korean Zombie, so that camp is doing very well.
Yeah, he's gonna buff a Korean Zombie. Matt Brown versus Brian Barberina. Brian Barberina won. It was a fucking scrap.
Matt Brown was crushing with the takedowns. He just kept on taking him down and taking him down.
Yeah, he was doing. He was doing. I picked him. He's the one fight I got wrong. I picked him because they're fighting. You
picked with your heart, bro.
I thought
you could say you picked with your
heart.
Yeah,
I picked in my heart.
I love Matt Brown.
I wanted him to win in his city.
Yeah, Matt Brown, dude. Matt Brown is he's in his 40s, bro. He's been fighting for so long, and
damn.
And every time you're like, damn, I don't know if he should take this fight. He knocks a dude out, like a head kick or something. I'm like, Matt Brown is still in the game.
Yeah, he's still out there,
bro.
man.
That Diego Sanchez.
That's why I can't watch
elbow.
like competitive things, because I got a big heart, especially if you're home. Whoever's home, like I want you to win.
You want everybody to win, right?
Yeah,
You're
Bro,
damn.
the crowd was booing this dude so loud you couldn't even hear DC really talking to him. That's how loud they were booing him. They were booing him like from the second that he won to the second he got like out of the octagon, they were booing him at like an incredibly loud volume. Like louder. First of all, we haven't heard like real big crowds in a long time. Mm-hmm. We're starting to hear them now.
Yep.
So when I tell you that they were fired up, bro, they were fucking fired up.
Man, that's where Matt Brown is from. If you ever hear Matt Brown, if you get time, go on and check out the Joe Rogan podcast where Matt Brown was on. He explains how he got into fighting. He's like, I had like no training. They offered me like a fight to fight this guy. I said, I don't really know. They said, we'll pay you like $300. It was something ridiculous. Don't quote me on the number. And he was like,
fine,
I'll do it. He's like, and I beat the guy. And then the next time they were like, we're flying you like to another place to like fight somebody else. And he's like, all right, like, I'll go. He's like, I get in a fight. He's like, I win that one. He's like, then he starts fighting good guys. And he's like, oh, wait a minute. These guys are starting to fuck me up. I need to start training.
Yep.
I need to get a camp.
Yep.
Like he was just fighting like, just from like knowing a manager that was like, yo, like you want to do this fight? And he was like, all right.
Yeah, he was
I see you punch out one bartender one time.
Yeah.
You want to fight tomorrow night?
Looked like you had a mean right hand when he put ice in your margarita and you said you didn't want any.
Yeah, that same guy's knocking on Will Smith's door this morning. Yeah. The fight after that, Joanne Wood versus Alexa Grasso. I went with Grasso.
You know how I feel about Alexa Grasso.
Yeah,
she took that.
Super sharp boxing, and she didn't even fucking box. She took this bitch down and choked her in the
Get
first
out of
round,
here.
bro.
Damn it.
Sorry, but it's for the podcast. I didn't want to tell you it. She choked this bitch.
Missed
She
that
took her
fight.
back and fucking choked her in the first round.
Good for her.
Crazy, bro.
She didn't even use that Mexican boxing
Dude,
at all.
I thought for sure she was gonna be piecing this bitch up the whole night, bro. And then the first round takedown takes her back and just fucking chokes this bitch. Switches arms. It was nasty, bro. She was like right on top of the chin. Fucking switched arm, got underneath the chin, hit the hand. Bitch was going
Pull
to
a
bed,
hand
bro.
down, switch arms.
That's it.
Last fight of the night, Curtis Blades versus Chris Dawkis. I knew Curtis Blades was gonna win. I just didn't know how it was gonna happen. He didn't shoot once.
Yeah, I mean, he tried not to shoot against Derek Lewis either, and then when he finally did, he went to bed.
Yeah, he went to bed. But I think he wants to. He's not known to be a guy who's exciting to watch.
No, and stand-up definitely not. He's takedown, grind, wrestle, pace.
So to see him fight a guy who is not like, I'm not going to say Chris Dawkins is a veteran, but he's up and coming. He's never seen a decision. He's only knocked people out. While in the UFC, he's never seen a decision. And to watch Curtis Blades go in there and knock him out in the second round was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean,
without having to take him down or make it a gruely fight that you don't really a gruely fight that the average Joe doesn't really want to watch.
Yep.
yeah. I mean, it seemed like a decent card. I mean,
It was a good card.
I watched it a little after because I was like wrapped up during the day, because I was out of state, but it was good though.
Yeah.
What? I make it sound like I'm doing cool shit.
Nah.
Like while I was OT, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, no, well, listen, there's nothing crazy about telling people that you drive a foreign and you're out of state.
yeah, it's no big deal,
When did
No,
when did that foreign thing come out? Like, motherfuckers just tried something. Like, all our cars are foreign. What the
Yeah,
fuck
bro,
are you
that was-
talking
yeah,
about?
yeah.
Except for like,
A Ford and Chevy.
yeah.
That's
like,
why I don't get worked up when someone's like, "Yo, I was in a phone with this little floozy." I'm like, bro, I drive a Nissan. It's lit. Like, who do you?
I drive a Honda, bro, foreign all day.
Yeah,
You know?
I guess the most popular ones are foreign. I don't think you should be boasting about that.
Yeah.
Hyundai is foreign.
And
The
I mean,
name.
It's fine.
really, one of the most baller cars you can flex with is domestic, and that's Tesla. So I mean, like, what do you
Facts.
really like? If you really want to flex,
and those Teslas are fast, bro.
we were talking
Those
about
electric
that
cars
today.
are fast.
My
Yeah, they make
cousin,
a ton of fucking torque. They're
my
super-
cousin was telling me when I was up in Massachusetts that he's got a friend that's got the one that does like 0 to 60 in like 2 seconds.
There's a plaid, and it's got like an F1 steering wheel. It's like not a round steering wheel. It's just like 2 handles like this.
Oh, get out of here! It's like the pilot shit.
Yeah.
It looks like the Batman symbol.
Yeah, and it's
Damn.
fast as fuck. That's how you know when you ever pull up on one and you want to know if it's the fast one. There's other fast ones. Like you could look at there's numbers on the back. So like you could see like the other fast one, and I don't even know if they still make this one. It would be for the depending on which Tesla you get, but like back in the day, the P100 used to be the fast one, right? Or the P100D, and then it has like different modes. So like back in the day, the fast one was like P100D with ludicrous mode, like when it first came out.
Yeah.
Now they're significantly faster than that.
Well, you hit the button and it goes, "Move, bitch!
Yeah.
Get out the way."
DTP.
Right.
There's a dog barking in the background. No, yo, you could make that car do a bunch of fucking cool shit, like from a technological perspective. Like you could make it fart and make it sound like it's like the passenger, or make it sound like it's the guy in the back left or whatever. You can put chimes on your horn. There's like a bunch of like cool like techie updates. The autonomous driving is also pretty fucking awesome too.
Yeah.
And that my cousin was telling me that he knows a guy that has the beta version of the full autonomous driving, because for a while you had to have your hands on the wheel.
You got to touch the wheel every couple seconds. Yeah, it tells you.
He's got the beta version. Apparently, I was told that has no touching whatsoever.
Oh, you know what motherfuckers were doing? They were fucking strapping oranges.
Bro, the
to
dude took
steering
it home
wheels.
from the brewery. No, they were taking oranges and they were sticking them. They were shoving them in.
Yeah,
to
so
like
it
so
looked
it
like there
felt
was-
like there was pressure on
Oh, I
the
thought it
wheel.
was something to do with the rind.
Nah, they would do it with a tennis ball too.
Oh, okay.
They would stick it in there, but my cousin said that the dude that he knows took it like from the brewery, like straight home.
Damn.
Wow.
He said
That's
he took
fire.
it straight from the brewery, and my cousin was like, I was terrified the whole time. I was trying to grab the wheel. He's like, but on the camera, you see everything. He's like, you see all the cars. It shows the lights coming up. He's like, you see everything on the screen. Like the cars going by, you see it. You see everything. He said it goes up to the stop sign and stops and then creeps forward to see and then goes.
Yo, that's
I was like, no way. He's like, yo, I took it all the way home. We didn't touch the wheel once. I'm like, oh my God.
That's crazy. I don't want to go back to the UFC, but I do want to tell you something. Do you know fucking what's his name? Neil Magny called out to Hamza Chimaev?
Yeah. I heard him. I think that's a good call out, because Neil Magny's not going to get a title run.
Tell you one thing, he beats him, he might get something.
That's it. He's not going to get a title run unless he does something crazy like that. Like
Something dramatic.
yeah, like he calls him out and doesn't get killed in the first round. Like he probably is
He survives.
gonna, but you know.
Whatever. That's all I have, man. That's all I got for tonight.
Twiz, what you got, bro?
What you got, Twiz?
You got any more positivity for us, bro? You got any more love for the dating world out here? Come on,
Yeah,
bro.
any
Hit us.
relationship advice for us?
Oh man. Listen,
Shit,
man.
anything you can help me with? Anything, bro?
Nah, man. I listen. I'm not perfect. All I can just say, man. Yo, communication is key, bro. Literally communicate. Learn to communicate effectively. Everybody's perception is different. I try to tell people, just because you have an opinion, it's okay to have an opinion, but that doesn't make you right. It doesn't make it fact nor fiction.
I like
It's
that.
just your opinion. So
I like
just
that.
remember. I think we should all remember that going forward into our lives and into our days, just dealing with everyday people, because we're entitled to our opinion, but that doesn't make it fact. Like you guys say all the time, stats don't lie, numbers don't lie, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. So you could feel however you want to feel, but when the numbers show, statistically, you can't argue that.
I definitely do feel like numbers lie sometimes with people like Russell Westbrook and shit like that. Yeah,
Numbers lie when it has to do with politicians, but I'm not getting into that.
But listen,
You guys
so
want to talk
Twiz and
about
I,
tax evasion?
I'm taking Twiz out for ramen one of these nights, and I'm gonna get some of this low key knowledge dropped
Yo,
on me, bro.
Ramen is lit.
We doing ramen. We going to Slurp, you and me.
Yo, what? Don't listen.
We going to Slurp on me, bro. You want to come?
Listen, don't talk to me about
You want to go to Slurp ramen with us? I'll
Yeah,
pick y'all
in-
both up.
In 30
and we'll
days,
go.
I'll be able to eat fucking.
Oh, I ain't waiting 30
noodles.
days. When you free?
Yeah,
hit
yo,
me
listen,
up. Let me know
bro.
your availability.
That's
this
it,
week
man.
coming up.
Masters
I got
None
you.
episode 86.
Master None episode 86. Berto's gonna miss the ramen because he, for some reason he can't. He,
Throw that up
you know,
there. Boom.
I'm on a
Take
mission.
them low thirds real quick.
He's
Twiz
on a
hit the
mission,
lower
bro.
thirds at all. I want you guys to know something. Twiz is doing a great job, and we really appreciate
he's
it.
so much better than me. Jesus Christ.
But if he didn't hit the lower thirds this episode, I want you guys to know it's his fault.
he did hit the lower thirds,
Nah,
I seen
just
it.
hit him. I just hit him. What are you talking about?
Maybe he did.
Listen, my
he
camera
just-
angles was a little off because it was getting a little crazy over here, but
All right.
we Gucci.
You're good, bro.
You're good, man. No. Thank you so much, Twiz, for coming through. Again.
And my phone is dead, so
Everybody
anybody
tell-
that's watching this, if you texted me, My phone is dead.
Yeah, he's alive. Tell everybody tell Twiz you want him to come on Thursdays. Stop fucking around. This is not episode 86.
I mean, even
that's
if
it.
we got to move it to a Wednesday, let's talk
86,
about
baby.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
All right. Let's go.
That's it.
Oye, te hablo desde la prisión. Wilson Manyoma.